Hello, everybody. Welcome to the portal. We are playing games live here. I am the Brandt.
I'm Larry.
And today we're going to play Fort by Leader Games. So this one's been kind of popular, designed by Grant Rodiak. And it's kind of a card game, deck builder.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw the box come out. I got excited with the artwork and the concept of we're kids with our friends building forts, and kind of just made me think of childhood. It made me think of old shows that I watched where this was like, this just, I don't know, this theme does it for me. I'm hoping the game is pretty good. The artwork looks great.
Yeah, the artwork is Kyle Farron, and he does all the art for Root, and Root would, at this point, be Leader Games' biggest game. So you kind of got that artwork. So, you know, we're kids, and we're building our forts in our backyard, and we're trying to get our friends to come and play. So we each have two best friends, and then we're going to get a bunch of other friends who are kind of wishy-washy.
And which I like about this, Rusty and Bud are my best friends, and on the back of my player board, it actually gives me a little description of Bud and Rusty, what they're up for. You know, right. Bud is always up for adventure, you know, and it's got a whole paragraph about, you know, what my best friends are about, which is just, it's cool. That's a neat little gimmick. Yeah,
so let's go down to the table, and I will do my best to teach this. I'm still new to it because I don't have a play. I only have a...
Well, if you teach it well, I'll win. If you teach it poorly, I'll lose.
There you go. That's a promise.
That'll be the judge of your teach.
All right. So you can see here we kind of have these player boards. Your goal is to build up the level of your fort. So you want the biggest fort in the neighborhood. And so the game will end when somebody gets the largest fort, level 5, and they claim the macaroni sculpture here. And then you just play out a few more turns. Finishing around and end the game, and you get bonus points for doing that as well. So somebody else could still build a big fort, but you had the biggest first.
And there's two other ways the game can end as well. Reach 25 victory points, or this deck runs out.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea. So you got your two best friends here, and then we were just dealt 8 cards. You can do a draft, but we're not doing the draft. So this is going to make your deck. So these are your best friends. They will never leave you. So they'll always be in your deck. In terms of all that. So if you look at the breakdown of a card, you kind of have the suit of the card here. So this one is wild, this one is squirt guns. And then you've got public actions and private actions. So when you play a card, you can do the private action, you can do the public action, everybody can do the public action. So it's got that follow mechanism going on.
Like that. Do you have to spend anything to do that public action?
Yep. So what you're basically doing when you're doing these is you're collecting resources. So the white would be any resource. So we've got toys and we've got pizza, because what else do we want in a fort but toys and pizza? So you can collect those and you can put them here, and then you can also hold them in your backpack as well.
Based on the level of our fort +1, it looks like.
Correct. Yep. And then you can also have cards that go in your lookout that give you just the suit. So you're able to use those as a suit as well, and it's 1 plus the level of your fort. So those work the same way in terms of that. So on your turn, you're going to kind of run through this here. You'll end up having 5 cards in your hand. I'm not going to show mine, I guess, because they're secret as of now. These are not. So the first thing you do is you discard your yard. So the yard is where the friends that you don't play with on your turn go. They kind of hang out in your yard. You didn't really hang out with them, so they may be tempted to leave and go and play in somebody else's fort.
Okay, cool.
Right? So they're kind of the other kids. They're not your best friends, just your friends that hung out. So on your turn, you're going to play a card. When you play a card, you can add suits. So I could add to this. The reason I would do that would be some cards have a multiply symbol. So like this one is going to multiply per card in your lookout. I'm trying to find one that's otherwise. Here. This one would multiply for every squirt gun. So I could add squirt guns so that I could collect more of those, is kind of the idea. So that's what you're doing. So then you will do that. You can also then, you can trigger the public action or the private action. And then no matter what you choose, or you could trigger both. No matter what you do, so if you only do the private action, people can still follow the public action. So to follow, you discard a card of the matching suit, and you do whatever the public action is. If it has a multiplier, you can't use the multiplier. So you can only use the multiplier on your turn. On other people's turns, you discard a card, and you just get one of whatever it would be. So that's kind of the idea of what's happening. After that, you recruit a card. So I actually just realized I did this wrong. So there's 3 people out in the park here. So you can recruit one of these to your discard pile. You can take the top card off the deck, or you can take a card that's in somebody else's yard. All right?
And the stuff in your lookout is forever counted for the card you play?
Right. Yeah, you can use that, yes, towards whatever you're playing.
Cool.
Then at the end of your turn, you would discard any of the star cards in your hand, which are your best friends, as well as any cards that you played on the turn. So because you use the card, it gets discarded. Anything you didn't use goes to your yard and is now available for someone to take from you. And then you draw back to 5 cards, shuffle your deck if you go through.
All right.
That's kind of how the turns work. And so when you level up your fort, you just have to discard resources. So this is any 2 resources or stuff. This is, one of each plus one of anything, et cetera, et cetera. So you have to be able to discard those, and you need the action to be able to level up. Other than that, you're right, there's a lot of iconography. Again, this is a wild, so I could use this one to, add to this one if it was a multiplier. There is an exception too. Some cards have a double symbol, and if you discard that to follow somebody, you get to count it as a double symbol, so you can gain 2. Whatever it is.
You can put a double symbol in your lookout as well.
Ooh, I don't know that. So you're asking me questions I haven't played yet. So, good question.
It shows, right? So I would think whatever's in there is in there, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I just have to look it up and make sure it makes sense. Other than that, you've just got all these icons. So these are all the suits. So that's kind of simple. And then these are just all the other things that you can do, which are on here. So you just kind of have to work your way through scoring victory points, etc. All right.
I like it.
So we shuffle up, and we got to pick somebody to go first. Should I go first?
Sure, just out of curiosity, because I'm always curious in these kind of games. What was their random?
Well, I don't know.
I'm wondering if it's last person to have built a fort or something. I always find that curious in games like this.
Determine the starting player and seating order randomly.
Okay.
So we may have to randomly sit. It should be something like whoever built a fort, or
last person to sit in a
pillow fort or something, right?
Yeah, it's just curious.
It does seem like it would be one of those kind of fun ones. All right, here I go.
How many do we draw?
5. I'll take the first one. I'm actually going to put my deck off screen. That just gives me a little more space to play my cards.
Is every card a person?
Yeah.
Okay, so every card in the game is a friend or a best friend.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. So I don't have resources, so it looks like I want to get resources. So I don't have too much for gaining resources here. I've got this one that can gain me resources. This one can as well. So I will play my scout. So I could use the multiplier on my scout, but my backpack can only hold 1 item. So I'm just going to use that one and gain a pizza to go in my backpack.
And now how do I follow that?
And then I'm going to do my private action and gain 2 here. And then if you discard a shovel, you can gain 1 of your... Oh, no, you have to gain what I gained. So you'd gain 1 pizza in your backpack.
If I get rid of a shovel.
Yep.
Where do I put it here?
Yeah, wherever your discard pile is. If you want it off screen, you could do that as well.
So I think that's on screen. I'll play smoke, so that gets me a pizza in my backpack, correct?
Yep. All right, so then I discard this. I discard my star card in my hand, and now these friends I didn't play with, so they're available for you. I'll just put my first player card here to take from me, and then I recruit a card. I guess I did that slightly in the wrong order. I should have recruited first. But I will recruit this card. I could recruit any of these. I could recruit this one. I could recruit anything in your yard. Add a card, and then I draw back up to 5.
Now, do your yard cards go back to your deck when it's time to shuffle if I haven't taken any?
So the first thing you do on your turn is discard your yard.
Okay, so if I don't want you to have a card that I think is good.
Yeah, you'd want to take it on your turn. Otherwise, it'll be gone.
Fair.
Yeah, they're not going to stay out there forever. They're not that fickle friends.
So turn summary, discard your yard. Nothing in my yard.
Yep.
This is already discarded.
I realize I missed a couple of these level ups on the fort level, but I'll do that after you take your turn.
That's fine. Play a card. All right, and you may add suits, if so desired. And when can I store cards? Is that just an action to store?
I think it is put a card in your hand from the lookout.
Okay, so there's a card that lets you do that. Okay. All right, interesting. So I have to play one of these bad boys. What the heck does this symbol? Add a copy of your pack to your stuff. That helps you too.
So quick note, things in your backpack I don't think can be spent, but there are cards that trigger what's in your backpack.
Well, an X says pay from your stuff or pack.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know what that means, but okay, so let's just do something here. This lets you get resources too, which is quite interesting, but you'd have to follow. I'm going to play Bud, who's one of my best friends. Lets me get 2 resources. I assume those are any.
Yep.
Now, to follow Wild, I would have to, it's only if there's a time symbol there.
So you actually name a suit when you play Wild.
But this isn't for every suit I play, though, too, right?
Correct. Yeah, that would have to have a multiplier.
Right. So it's only multipliers.
But you still have to name a suit for me to follow.
Okay. Shovels. And then I'm going to get one of each, pizza and blue guy here.
So I actually have Puddin', and Puddin' has, oh, you said shovels though, right? So I only match 1. So I will match one of yours that you said crowns, which now you'll know.
Yeah, but it's not times, you said. So it doesn't matter.
Right, so if, let's say you had said crowns, I would follow crowns, because my wild would count as a crown.
So you could follow multiple times, but not play multiple times. You're saying the suit only mattered for a time.
I followed you. If I just played a shovel, I would either gain a toy or a pizza.
Sorry.
Because I have 2 symbols, I can take both. Right.
Okay. If you had 4 symbols, you wouldn't get 4 things.
Correct. I can only get what you got, up to what you got.
So now recruit 1 card from any yard or the park, adding it to your discard pile. Holy cow. Trash a card. Why do we want to trash cards? Some cards are just bad, I guess.
Yep. Or you thin your deck.
Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued if the star cards were supposed to be in there.
Or is that someone else's best friend?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take...
Yeah, I think this is not supposed to be in there.
I'm going to take Wart. And that just goes...
He was like my 5th best friend.
Oh, sorry. These guys go here.
Yeah.
Bud and the guy I just recruited from you goes here. And I draw 5.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, so these are going to be as you move up. Here, you're going to pick from this face-down stack of made-up rules.
Okay.
And you're going to get one. It's a clever name, but it's actually endgame points. You're going to pick a way in which you score endgame points. So you just look through the whole stack. When you get to here, you're going to pick a perk, which is going to give you an ability you can do. One of these 3 up here. You're going to get 1. And then when you get to here, you get the macaroni sculpture. Cool. So that's the other thing to know. All right, now I have resources, so I would like to spend them. So I'm going to try to level up my fort. So I will spend 2 resources. So I'm going to spend these 2. And you did give me a good question. That doesn't show an X, so I don't know that I could spend the one from my backpack. I will spend these 2 and level up, which means I will now have 1 victory point at the end of the game. And then I will... also, I could do this action, which is quite confusing. Add copy of a rival's pack to your stuff. Okay, so I can add a copy of yours to my stuff.
And then I could follow build a fort.
Yep.
Have a wild. And I spend 2. And did you get your red card yet? Your cheat rules?
Oh, right.
Oh, you look through them. You don't just take the top card.
Right.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's funny. Well, so far this is living up to my expectations.
Oh, man. All right, let's try this one. That's my made-up rule.
Okay.
Oh, I should have discarded these at the start of my turn. I apologize. All right, so then I'm going to draft a card. I've got yours over here. This is just going to be put one. Sure, I'll take this one from you. Giggles. And then I get rid of Ace and Captain and put these two here. And reshuffle my deck.
All right, I have a made-up rule too. These get discarded. Play one card. How do I... This is so interesting.
Yeah, this board here kind of reminds me of Empires of the North or Imperial Settlers, where you have like, oh, there's these extra points you can get, and that can trigger the end of the game. But that's not going to move up quickly because we're not getting points from these things that we have here.
I'm going to play add a card to my doohickey.
Can I spin things from my backpack?
Guess I'll add a squirt gun. Then I will get VP times the number of cards in my lookout, which is 1. So I get 1 VP. And then you could choose to follow me if you like.
All right, what did you do?
I
Get a
added
card in
to
your
my
lookout per crown.
Yep.
All right. So I think because you only got 1, I can't take more than that.
Right, because you got to follow me.
Yep. So, which one are we going to get rid of here? Ooh, that's going to give me resources. Let's do this one.
Guess I'll take this. Well, that goes here. I didn't use Rusty, so only Dash goes there. And then I got to shuffle.
All right. So first thing I do is discard my yard. Then I'm going to play a card from my hand. And I will play this one. And I can add a copy of my pack to my stuff. Interesting. Wonder what that is thematically. Like, I guess it's just me saying I have this stuff in my backpack and I'm bringing it to the fort. But then it seems like you would move it, right? And then I gain 1 resource, so you can copy that if you would like to. You can copy your pack, your stuff.
So that will give me a pizza.
Then you've got this card, which is I could gain victory points equal to what's in my pack, and I like that card. I like taking cards from you.
Oh, well.
So put these 2 down, and I am done.
All right, that's my turn. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I will play an extra shovel with that so I can add 2 things to my pack. Oh, I really am just going to add 1 because the second one doesn't.
Right, you can't.
Because I can't store. Then I get to add 2 blues to my
stuff.
And then you could try to copy with shovels.
Okay. And I will. So I get to add
a blue
to my pack.
Then Bud gets discard. Well, no, I don't discard yet. I recruit 1 card from anywhere, huh?
Yep.
Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Take lefty. Bud stays with me. The Noodle Twins go up here.
It's interesting in 2-player because every time I do something, you have resources. Like if I'm leveling up my fort.
Correct.
So I almost want to wait and let you level up your fort and copy off of you.
I've been noticing that. I have. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little concept here.
Well, I will level up my fort anyway, even though I just said that wasn't my best thing. So I get rid of 1 of each of these. Plus, I will get rid of a toy. And that will level me up here, which will give me 1 of these perks. And then I can copy yours to my stuff. So hoping that's my bonus. All right, nice. I can either, after I recruit, I could recruit another card from the park or park deck. So I could recruit twice a turn, filling my deck. DIY, on your turn, instead of playing a card, you may trash this card to build a fort and pay 1 more resource. So it's a free build a fort, and you can't follow. On your turn, when you fill your backpack, you may take from the shared supply instead of your stuff. Oh, I think we've been doing that wrong. Ah, we have been doing that wrong. The one that adds to our backpacks is from our stuff.
So why do we want it in the backpack?
To score in various things. Okay. So I'm going to take that one, I guess, to, I don't know. I'm not sure how to revert. I guess we just have to kind of keep going. I didn't realize we messed that up. See, even we're learning, so we're just learning games. We're not always master of them all. Just got to play through them and figure out.
So what are you saying now? Happening. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Other than you should have.
Here yet.
Right, but when you add them to there, they have to come from here, not from the supply. So I guess we'll just have to do that going forward. All right, so I need to recruit a card. Let's see, what do I want to do? I get rid of cards at this point. VPs times the number of cards there. I'm just going to take this top card. It's the Rocket Bros. And then these 2 go here. Your turn. I feel like I'm in a win-win because I either win the game or you win, which means I did a good teach.
Right.
Although I've already messed up some rules, so maybe that's out.
Boy, resources are going to be scarce, but that's okay. I'm going to play this card. I'm going to put both of these cards in my lookout for now. Let's see, why not? One of them happens to be my best friend. That's okay. I'll start on my turn. That was discarded. I'm going to recruit.
I'm going to follow, and I suppose I can do it twice as well?
Yeah, because I did it twice. I'll take this guy from you.
You're taking all my VP cards.
Yeah.
I got to use them.
And then I'm going to take this card. So my perk with the birthday party is I could recruit again.
Yep. All right, I've got 2 cards in hand now. So.
So you're either doing one or the other.
Yep. Let's see. So this one's not what I'm going after. I'm trying to get to that many resources, huh? So this is what I want. So I'm going to call this one glue. So you can follow with glue and gain 2 resources if you would like. I'll gain these 2, and then I can get rid of a card.
So if I do a wild, I can gain 2 resources, or do I have to do 2 wilds to gain 2 resources?
No, you can only do 1 wild and gain 2 resources.
Oh, good. That's.
Yeah.
Do I have to gain what you gained?
Yes.
Which was a blue and a yellow?
Blue and a yellow, which is toys and pizza.
Yep, I'm putting them in the wrong spot, but okay. Toys and pizza.
All right, so now I have masterfully created a situation. I have no cards in hand, so there's nothing for you to steal from me, although you're getting double cards a turn, so not sure. Oh, you have nothing left at the end of your last turn?
Nope.
Man. Got it.
That was my strategy.
All right, I will take this card here. I will get rid of this one. It's your turn.
All right, I'm just going to have some fun here. I'm going to play this. I'm going to gain 1 pizza resource. Then I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. Because it's victory points times shovels. And then trash this card.
Nice. You already had a victory point for something?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, what did you do that I could follow?
Actually, hang on. I had more. What did I mess up? What was this? Oh, yeah. I have 3 more victory points. Well, when I did that one, I forgot to do that part
okay.
of it. I did gain a pizza resource with a shovel.
These cards you didn't play this turn?
Well, they were the extra shovels.
Oh, you played 4 of them.
Yep.
Nice.
Plus 1 in my lookout.
Where did all your pizza resources go then? Were you able to spend them?
No, that's not times for pizza.
Oh, you just added them so that they wouldn't get played?
No, because this is time shovels.
Oh.
So I added them for that.
Got it. All right, so to answer the question, shovel is what I need to play?
Yep.
Okay.
Shovel for a pizza.
Now I'm being overly complex.
Then, so this is times the stuff in your backpack. This victory point 1 seems good. Let's go top of deck for 1. Oh, that's interesting. And let's go this one for 2. You're
All
up.
right. Well, now I will level up my 4, and you cannot follow, so that will be good. So I can do 2 and 2, and then 1 pizza, 3 and 2. I will level up my 4, and then I can put whatever's in your pack in my stuff. That's a good way to keep gaining resources. And then, what do I want here? VPs times books. I'm not really the book person. This is resources times anyone's suit. I do like the idea that you can't follow what I do. And Sparky goes here, and I got these 2 here. Your turn.
Interesting.
I have a very tiny deck.
Wonder, can you replace cards in your fort? If you want to put a different one in. Interesting question. For now, I just want to do this. Ooh, I need some resources. Have to do that. All right, I'm gonna do. Oh, lost you. Lost the video.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 pizzas. Can you gain more than what you can hold? Do you know?
No, you can't.
Okay. Then I'm going to gain 2 victory points. And you can play shovels to gain pizzas.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't find anything in here about whether you can replace, which makes me think you can't, but I am unsure. Shovels to gain pizzas. I'll do that one. Did you gain more than 1 pizza?
I did.
Okay.
Because it's at times.
Is it back to me?
Back to you.
Alrighty. I will discard, and then I will
I dropped the card.
play this one. And that is put anything in my backpack. My thing is per shovels, and I have 2 shovels. And I can have 2 things in there. So I'll just put 1 of each. It seems to be working. And then I gain 2 blue resources. So you can add things. You'd have to add from here to your backpack now. Was the rule that we were getting incorrect.
What would I follow with? A shovel?
A shovel. And I'm assuming these only work on your turn. It would be weird if you could just say,
Right,
oh,
yeah,
it
that
triggers.
seems fair.
But maybe. Discard this. I'll discard this. And I'll take, man, there's just nothing that allows me to score points. Oh, this is get rid of items. Per skateboard. Well, let's try it.
What did I have to follow to add something to my stuff,
Oh,
by the
man.
way?
I don't remember. Shovel.
Okay, good. I'll play a shovel. And what did you? It's just my choice, I assume.
Yep. Well, I added I added a toy and the other, so.
All right. So now the question is. I'm going to add 2 blue. These guys get discarded first. Then I'm going to get 3 victory points.
I have no glue to follow you.
These guys, I get to recruit people. I'm going to recruit you. Put you there. I'm going to recruit you. You were first in that one. All right.
Okay. Tricky one here. Oh, I guess I could do these in either order, so this makes sense, right? So I can get, yeah, so I can get rid of 3 pizzas, score 3 victory points. You got a lot of points.
I do.
Still all my point cards, and then I get 3 pizzas back with this one, which is nice. And then you can follow with skateboards if you would like. You keep using all your cards, huh?
Yep.
Man. I'll take this one for what's in my backpack. Sparky here. These 2 are out. And skateboards to you.
Guess I really don't need any of this. I'll play that to gain a pizza. Well, 2 pizzas, but I can't because I can only gain 1. And I'll gain 2 more VPs. then Bud gets discarded. These guys go here. And I get to draw some stuff. Let's see what I want to... Are you following the shovel?
Nope, because I have
any pizza.
no more pizzas needed.
What is that? Times anyone's suit. That's pretty good, huh? So I'll just starve you some blue resources there, and then I'll go top of deck here. Your turn, sir.
All right. I will play this one, and I will gain blue. I actually get 3, but I can't use them, and then I get VPs for how many things are in my backpack, so that's 4. So you can play 1 glue to gain 1 there.
No, oh, good. No reason for me to do that.
So I have lots of friends in the yard if you want to play with them. Oh, sorry, Ace would not be there. And I need to pick one of these. Skateboards get me points. And these cards are exactly the same. Oh, there's 2 Spike. I didn't realize it's the same card. All you.
Good. All right, so we're going to play this, and you said I could do it in any order, so I'm going to build my fort first. 2 yellow, 2 blue, and then a yellow. Pizza.
Ooh, close.
Toys.
I have that, though, so I can do it.
What are you doing?
Following you?
You can't follow that.
Oh, it's private. Oh, well done.
That's why I did that.
No, it's good. Yeah, you're crushing me, man.
And then I can add cards there.
I don't even have a build a fort card, so I guess I do have the one. I have an extra one, though, which is what I need.
Oh, these go here. I forgot that. Sorry. I guess I'll go here. These will go up here. And I'll take... You and you.
All right, I will discard. I will build my fort, which you can follow, but it doesn't look like you have the resources for it.
It does not.
And then I will recruit this one. You. And I'm done.
What the heck is this thing doing? Add a copy of Rivals Pack to your stuff. That would be 4. That would give me 3 and 3, which would be enough to build my fort. So I will do this. Add a copy of your stuff to my thingamajiggy. And then that'll be enough to pay to build my fort.
Oh, nice.
And hang on, do I want to follow that with? I do. I want to. Are you? I assume you're allowed to play the. Even if there's no times.
No, because then that makes the cards inaccessible to me, which I think they're trying not to have you have like a.
Well, it
protection.
would only be the cards you could actually follow with, right?
Right, but still, you'd
everything.
be able to protect cards.
True, true. All right, and what do we want to buy here? Oh boy. You and you. I got the same card I took from you.
There you go. That's what you get. All right, I will play Doodles, and I have 3 glue, so I'll gain 3 toys. And then I gain 4 VP because I have 4 in my backpack. Doodles is done. Ace goes here. And I can recruit out here. Blades shouldn't be here. It's my bad.
Why should Blades
he's a
be there?
starter, a best friend.
Oh, okay.
Add to, get rid of cards. I could gain anything.
So how much glue did you gain?
Pretty useful.
I mean, how much glue did you gain for glue?
3.
And it's with glue?
Yep. But you can only gain 1 unless you have a card with a double symbol.
I can't play multiple cards?
Correct. You can only play 1 card, and the number of symbols on it determines how much you could get.
Okay. So I get a blue because there's no reason not to, right?
Right.
All right. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
I'll play smart here. Let's go. We'll go here and gain 3 pizzas. And then we'll gain 4 VP. And you can follow shovels to get pizzas.
Okay. I shall take a pizza.
I'm going to buy this card and this card.
All right. What will I do? Copy of your pack to your stuff. I can discard. All right, I'll play these 2, and I will discard 2 to gain 2 victory points. And then I will gain 3 back. Hold on, I've actually got another one which I can gain 4, which makes sense. And then I want to build my fort, so I'm going to hope this lets me build a fort. Boom.
If I end the game being I went second, will you not get another turn to build your fort? All right, let's try to end the game then.
I'll get to 25 points.
Which I think I can do.
What?
I will.
You got a crazy point machine over there.
My fort's 4, so that means I'm allowed 5.
Yeah, this one should have been in here.
So this goes here. Yeah, I'm going to end the game, Brandt, sorry.
All right.
I'm going to play this to add up to 2 cards to my fort. I can only add 1 because maxed at 5, and then I'll get 5 victory points, which takes me to 25. These go here. Then I will recruit top of the deck twice. And then my turn. And the game.
All right. So points at the end of the game are going to be your level of your fort, plus what's on the board,
So
plus this card.
41.
Plus 16 to go to 29. And
And I
this
have
card,
1 per book you have. Count everything, including Lookout.
4.
I assume wilds don't count.
And is it unlimited? Wow, mine is limited to the size of my pack, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you looked through. I was surprised you didn't take one like that.
Well, the thing I had a lot of is shovels, and there was none for shovels in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was weirdly limited.
4, 5, 6, 7 more victory points puts me at 48. I guess it was a good teach.
Yeah.
Oops.
Nice.
Oops.
Yeah, it's always strange when they do this. I mean, I guess this one is only limited, right? Because if I get to here, I could have 6. It seems easier to just have books, right?
Right. Yeah, and
Than
a
to
few
do
of them
that,
were like
so I don't
that.
know what the
I mean, now
point
there
is.
seems to be less books than shovels, but I had a lot of crowns I was seeing come up. This is limited to 5.
I'm just saying collecting books is a lot easier than collecting things.
Oh, right.
in
No,
pack,
absolutely.
So it's a weird thing to do.
I mean, a lot of these are, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to be able to rush this, and I just couldn't get. I could only collect toys and then collect pizzas, and I didn't have a fort card. Because I wanted to rush that. If I caught you here, then this differential wouldn't have mattered, you know?
Right, yeah, and that's where I was trying to rush, because when I was at 16, if you got to 23, that would have been 7, probably wouldn't have been too bad, but...
I feel like the biggest deal is you stole all my point score cards at the beginning of the game.
That was completely purposeful on my part.
And I knew when I put them out there, but I couldn't use them because I couldn't score with them.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this was an interesting
game. It was
game.
like score a point for every card in your lookout. Well, I don't have anything in my lookout, so I could score 0 points so that you don't steal it, you know? Which is a weird thing, but...
Yeah, I got a decent amount of points from my my lookout. I think I played that lookout point card a bunch. I played the fort point card a bunch.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's pretty fun. We're just on this camera now.
Oh, we're on this one.
But that was Fort from Leader Games. So you can see that it plays 2 to 4 players, so you can add other people in there. I feel like it might be a little more interesting with more cards to be able to draft from other people. Like, it was weird when I was like, oh, I'll build the fort, and then you could just copy. I should have realized I should make you build the fort.
Well, what'll be interesting, right, but what would be interesting with more players, there's more opportunities to build forts and more opportunities to follow for resources, so I wonder how that would play out. Now, that card I wound up getting that my fort build was not shareable, was not a public action, was huge. I mean, I went for that card purposely.
Yeah, which I could have done with this one, too, and that would have helped me win I could have built twice in one round.
But,
so on your turn, instead of playing a card, you may trash this card. Oh, so instead of playing a card. But it would guarantee I could build the last level of my fort.
Right, but you would have to still pay the resources.
Well, I had the resources. I didn't have the fort card. So that's a way to rush. And just
but I got to tell you, the one I took, for also having points for blues.
It doesn't slow down your deck. Oh yeah, that's weird.
I'm pulling, looking for blues here. I'm taking,
Yeah, it's strange to me when they don't limit. Like, it'd be fine if they said up to 5 points.
Are there different perks and different ones every game?
And then if you knew, I think this is just a deck. Maybe I was supposed to shuffle and put a certain number of these out.
Well, what about the perks? There was only 3 in a 4-player game.
Yeah, there's more of them. It's one more than the number of players. Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting, but this just feels like, why would you not draft something that gives you...
Now,
like, this one gives you 5 points if you have no best friends, but I don't even know how you get rid of your best friends.
All right, so here's what's interesting. The cards that let you get points for blue, I had all the blue. Look at the deck. There's hardly any blue in this deck.
How many points did you get out of them?
I think 8.
Okay, so it might be limited to the fact...
Yeah, that's it for blue.
Okay.
So...
All right, so it was limited.
So maybe I just got lucky there.
Right.
1, 2,
and in a
3,
2-player
4, 5,
game, that's
6,
going to be
7,
better,
8, 9,
perhaps, if the cards come out. So there was 9 possible, and you got 7?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I'll give them that.
I had the double, right.
It's limited to 9. So
and the crown one, too, I'm assuming is the same as blue.
Nope, I'll give them that.
Crown. Oh, wait, some were upside down, so there are a few more, but not many.
So they're assuming in a 2-player game, if you go through half the deck, so you really did get a lot of those, because I had 1.
There were some of these for the crowns.
Yeah, and I assume the wilds don't count.
Right, but those have a crown on them.
Yeah.
Because the crown was another one like the blue, but look, the crowns have even less than blue, or?
Yeah, it's only 6.
4, 5, 6, so.
Interesting.
Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. All right, so there's about the same amount of blues and crowns.
All right.
So.
And maybe shovels were more prevalent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's like a little bit more
there,
shovels.
A little bit more, yeah.
I
liked it.
Well, there you go. That is Fort from Leader Games. Until next time, I'm the Brandt.
I'm Larry.
And we hope you step into the portal. Bye.